Hi, I'm Jim Raffle. Welcome to this week's episode of the Jim and Shelby Show, all things print podcast. I'm joined as always by
Shelby Sopusek, how are you today, Jim?
I am fantastic. What's today's
Good.
topic?
We're going to do a little preview about ISA, which is coming up in a couple weeks in Orlando. The trade show itself is April 10th through 12th.
That's ISA Sign Expo,
Yes.
and it's going to be held at I think it's called the Orange County Convention Center
That's correct.
in Orlando, right
Mhm.
in the middle of Theme Park Central.
Mhm.
So I think their theme for the show this year is what, No Limits or something like that?
Yes.
No
Yes.
limits. I like that. I like that. And I think you were just telling me before we started, we've got some friends who are going to be there, and they're going to be hanging out in various parts of the show, and we want to talk about some of those parts of the show. There's the learning area, and there was something in there that jumped out at you. Which one was that?
The Never Stop Learning contest. It's a rap contest, and you don't have to be an experienced rapper to join, and it's free to enter. I think you get into teams. I could be wrong about this. This is what I read, but I think you get into teams, and you have an actual professional rapper teach you how to rap something, and then you get like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that to uh, rap it, and then you're judged, and there's over $50,000 in prizes to the winners.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That's no joke. Yeah, and I saw some really big names in rap. I was kind of going through. We've met some of these people too. Andrew Banks is going to be there.
Mhm.
Tanner Banks. Uh, where's the big one? Justin Pate is he's kind of in my opinion, one of the undisputed leaders of the rap industry. He's going to be there, and that's pretty cool. The caliber of people that they're going to have there. A lot of our friends are sponsoring it. So you've got Muto, General Formulations, Avery Dennison, Orifol, all the ones you'd expect are going to be sponsoring. So that I think you're right. That might be worth stopping by just to watch the fun for a little while. The thing I noticed is there's just a ton of education.
There
We
is.
will we will be doing some education, not any of the formal show education this time around, because we have an obligation with one of our partners, Mamaki. And
Mhm.
so we are going to be in their booth at 11 a.m. all 3 days. So that's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we will be doing a short, maybe 30-minute presentation about confident color. So it's basically a little snapshot into the confident color workshops that we've developed and are presenting with in partnership with Mamaki this year and maybe others. And so we're just gonna basically I don't know how to give them like a little taste of what they would get if they came for a whole day, because you obviously can't do a whole day in 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that's impossible. So I think what we're going to do is kind of give little snippets of what that full day workshop is
Mhm.
and why people have been coming to it and what they're learning.
Mhm. Mhm. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's it'll be it'll be fun because it's, instead of being off in a classroom, we're going to be right there on the show floor. We haven't done that kind of education session in a while. We used to
Mhm.
do those, but it's been a while. And so you get the stragglers who are walking by and they stop and listen, and then they come in and sit down and you're like, oh, okay, we're doing a good job. Of course, the other thing happens is they get up and they walk out. So then you just wonder if you're not doing a good job. I don't know. But regardless, it's a fun environment. And the really cool part is if they show interest in equipment and technology, you're right in the middle of a booth where, when you're done and people, if they ask a question, hey, how does this work? You can walk them over to a piece of equipment and have one of the employees for that manufacturer walk them through how it actually works, which is kind of cool.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. So
Uh,
that's going to be Mamaki's booth, by the way, is 1435. So we'll be there at 11 a.m. local time in booth 1435 each of the 3 days.
all 3 days. Yep. Just look for the Jim and Shelby show. I'm sure they'll have an area for presenting. I've seen
Mhm.
some of the recent booths, and they put together a nice little theater. So
Mhm.
that's good. And then there's a bunch of networking events. The ISA Rocks event is going on. Again, I don't think we've signed up for any of these because we made kind of a last minute decision to even attend this show. But there's the women's event again, the women leading the industry, which I know you've been part of in the past.
Yes.
Installation networking. There's the ISA Elite, which is, I think that's like a young leaders in the industry, bringing them up. That's a pretty cool thing. uh, show floor lounges, international receptions. Apparently, the Canadians get their own night. We got Canada night. I see a golf tournament. I know they do that every year, and a lot of people enjoy that. Probably still room to sign up for that. I don't know for sure. Some of these things I've been part of. There's like the pavilion, which is I think where we've met some people. We do business now there in past years. So,
Mhm.
anything else jump out at you about the show or anything else?
Well, I think I wanted to mention that even though decided not to go to any of the formal social networking after hours events, we are going to be part of one through one of our partners.
Mhm.
And we are a sponsor of that event, and that one's going to be Thursday night at the Ice Bar.
It's a little
And
later too.
yes, I think it doesn't start until 8 p.m. So even if you were going to one of the earlier networking events, you'd be able to make this one. We do have, since we are sponsors, we have some VIP passes, but we have a limited number, and we are limiting those to our end users, not manufacturers. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. If you work for a manufacturer, we got a stalker behind me here.
I see that.
You have an office assistant too who barks every now and then, but mine just show up. So, hey,
I see
Kiara.
you. Your cat. That's okay.
She's funny. So yeah, we basically are partnered with um, a company who sells equipment, so they would prefer that we invite end users as opposed to other equipment salespeople or people who work for other equipment manufacturers. And I agree with that. That's a good move on their part. So this is one of the few places we're going to announce this, at least with some details. You need to reach out directly to Shelby to get invitation information because, as she mentioned, we do have a limited number of invitations. So I think what we want to do is have you email Shelby, and she'll come up with some way to distribute the link to get signed up for the event, and then we'll connect up with you to get you the physical credentials to get into the party.
Mhm.
The thing I do like about, before I was interrupted by the cat, the thing I do like about this event is it is a little later. Is it 8 or 9? I can't
Eight
remember.
o'clock.
8 o'clock. I know the one in Vegas is at 9, but so it's at 8 o'clock, which means you've got plenty of time to get done with the show, go grab dinner. This is not an hors d'oeuvres and networking event. It's a party. And
It's
so
a drinks and dancing party.
drinks and dancing party. Yep. So it's just a place to let loose and have some fun. And it goes from about 8 till 11, I think was what I saw.
Yes.
So it'll be a good time. And it's a unique event. Can we tell them where it is? Or did you?
I did. I said it's at the ice bar.
Yeah. So it's you don't have to bring a jacket because it's freezing in the bar because the bar is made of ice and so there's that part of the bar, but you don't spend the whole night in there. You can also go out into there's like fire pits and an outdoor pavilion apparently. So it's got everything and it's unique. It's a unique experience. So we're looking forward to being part of that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
So if you are interested in that and you're an end user, email me at shelby@colorcasters.com and hopefully I will be able to secure some tickets for you. Again, it's kind of first come, first serve. So, and I only have a limited number.
yep, that seems fair to me. And that's it. But so if I'm not mistaken, when we publish this, ISA is the next week, right? So I mean, we
That's correct.
publish this next Friday. Well,
Mhm.
we publish this on Friday the 4th or
Fifth.
5th, whatever it is, and that following Wednesday is when ISA starts. So get to Shelby quickly because there'll be other ways we're giving away tickets. So hopefully we can get you in.
Okay.
All right.
Looking forward to ISA.
Yeah, absolutely. It's time for a major trade show. We had,
It is.
we did a smaller trade show in earlier in the year, but it's always fun to do a major trade show in a big city like Orlando. So
Mhm.
definitely looking forward to that. So,
Okay.
all right. I guess that's it for this week.
Yep.
We'll see you again in a couple weeks.